we're going to take you through how to choose a site for a tent and then put up a basic tunnel style tent. Okay, so the first thing to do is choose your pitch. For example, this area has got a lot of debris in it, so we'll have to remove that first, because that's going to, for one thing, it's going to damage the tent, and another thing, it's going to make it a very, very uncomfortable night to sleep, especially this thing. So, that done, we can now decide which way we want to pitch the tent. Prevailing wind is one thing to consider, because you don't want that battering the door, because you're going to get a bit cold. You can also consider things like where the other tents are going to go, maybe where you're facing, maybe towards the toilet block, stuff like that. So now we've decided we'll have it going this way. We'll just get this tent is called as an out first tent, so we'll need this out sheet. We'll lay this down on the ground first. The next thing to do, because it's a little bit windy today, we'll take it out first, just start blowing away while we're putting it up. These poles on this tent are colour coded. So this one, for example, the middle section is black, and the middle section of this one is grey. So what we do is, we match up the pole with the grey section to the sleeve with the grey band on the edge. And we very carefully insert the pole into the sleeve, pushing it gently as it goes through, just guiding it along so you don't rip the canvas as you put it through. For this tent you can probably do it with one person, but if you had a larger tent, it's much easier to do it with several people, because then you can make sure that it actually goes in properly and it doesn't get down. So after that, in this particular tent, we just need to insert the end into these brass little rings here, and that holds it rigid, like that. Okay? So the second pole, as you can see, has a flat section which corresponds to the back bit down here. So the same as before, gently feeding it through, pushing all the time rather than pulling to keep it together. So now that we've got the rough shape right, we'll just reposition these pegs. So the whole tent is perpendicular, so this one at the back is a little bit wonky. We're going to move this one back a little bit to bring it in line with this one. Now, as you can see, tunnel tents like this don't have an awful lot of rigidity by themselves, so the guy lines are vital on these tents, because they're what actually holds the thing up. So what we'll do is, just undo these all the way around, then we'll start pegging it out to give it some shape. Just to about halfway along the leg. So as you're doing this, it's important that you make it taut, because if you do have any ruffles or creases in the fabric, water will collect there potentially, and it won't work in the way it's supposed to. So, within reason, pulling it out, go around, do the next part. You may need to adjust it after you've done one part, because maybe you've got pulling too much on the front and not enough on the back, or vice versa. So it's just going round, adjusting as you go. the next stage of this test is to put up the inner. As I said, it's taking it out first. What that means is the poles go through the outer, and then the inner clips in to the outside. All we need to do is stick it inside. I'll hold it here. Make sure you know which end is which. Here's the back. Those hooks on there. Yeah. So, I think that's the second. You need to move forward a bit more. Okay. So these hooks attach here. And then there are further hooks here. Just pin it up against the side of the outer. Obviously it's important when doing this that you make sure you do it methodically, so that you don't end up doing the ones near the door and then realising you need to get all the way to the back. All we need to do now is take down the ground sheet of the porch.